friends. Happy Wednesday. It's used to saying Monday, but happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Just trying to find myself really quick so that I can pull up something. How is everyone doing this evening? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. Once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. Also see that I have a string hanging down. Also, if at any time during this video you like what you see and you think others should see it, please feel free to spread the craft love around Facebook and YouTube. Hit that heart button, hit that thumbs up button, follow, subscribe, all those fun things that you can do to make sure that you are getting notified when I go live. Also, it just helps out my little channel get in front of new eyeballs. And as always, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. I also want to let you know that I am live in 2 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person may be viewing and watching and commenting from a different platform. With that, I can, looking over here in my comments, I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. Again, please feel free to spread the craft love. I could really use the help. I'm at about 700 followers. I've been that way for about 5 years. Most of that is my doing because I'm not very consistent, but it would help if you could spread some of that craft love around. I would like to get to 1,000, hopefully by the end of the year. Just a little goal of mine. So with that, it is also day 3 of Hallo-Fall-Mas, Fall-Oween-Mas. Ah, heck, merry everything. So this month, I'm just doing a little bit of everything. My main goal is to start and or finish the unfinished or half-started projects that I have in my stash. So far it is working. Tonight we're in for a treat. I hope, cross your fingers, that this technique is going to work. I've had this in my stash for a couple of years. Been meaning to try it, and tonight is the night. So with that, let's go ahead and flip the camera so you can see what we are doing. So we are going to be doing an ink-based project. I don't think my camera is going to like all these colors. So I do have some ink. I picked out peony, moss, or not, no, garden herb, which I'm not even for sure that's even a current ink color. And then, of course, couture teal. And then I do have this baseball tee from good old Hobby Lobby. And I think the transfer that we're going to use tonight is one of the club transfers from March of 2021. So I never got to use this one, but we'll use it tonight. I do happen to have an extra one in my stash. If anyone is interested in that, just let me know. Put wild down in the comments if you are interested in this transfer. And then I also pulled out some of these very sought after mini florals. These are from 2018. They are some of my favorites. I always take a sheet of these to any vendor event that I do because they're great for demonstration purposes. So this one has been well loved. And then I got out a different one because we may do some fun florals on the sleeve. But our main product this evening is some toilet bowl cleaner. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck do you have toilet bowl cleaner for? But I saw a girl and a glue gun tie-dye with this specifically It's the toilet bowl cleaner. It's the clinging bleach gel. Now mine is several years old, so hopefully it's still active. I was trying to see what the date was on it. Hopefully it is still active, and hopefully it still has enough bleach components in it that it will work. So we're going to try this, but I thought I'd also mix this, use a bleaching technique, and then also add some color. So cross your fingers that this is going to work. But first, I need to put my ink mat in my t-shirt. I'm also going to pull off the price tag. So you can use the ink mat from Chalk Couture. This one is the 11 by 17 mat, and it has been cut in half. If you're wanting more than one mat, because this one is about $18-ish, I also go to Hobby Lobby and I purchase their 2-pack of 12 by 24 cutting mats. These are for like the Cricut. These are their version of the Cricut mat. So I buy the 12 by 24 and I cut those into 12-inch pieces. I've also even cut them into smaller pieces, like to use with onesies. So if you don't have the ink mat, which the Chalk Couture one is fantastic, but if you're pinching your pennies, you can get a 2-pack of the 12 by 24 mats. And if you cut them in half, then you basically get 4 mats for under $10. So not that I wouldn't love your Chalk Couture business, but if you're pinching pennies, something just weird just happened with my camera. But there you go. So if you're pinching pennies, do the cutting mat version. Okay, I don't know if that one's going to be sticky enough. So I'm going to pull this one out because I think it's stickier. Jason says I'm a mad scientist. I am. I'm hoping that this will work. So let's put our ink mat into our t-shirt. I'm trying to move this out of the way. Oh, my camera is doing all sorts of weird things. Okay, this is the hardest part probably. Getting the mat in and getting the mat out is probably the hardest part because it just sticks to everything. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfectly lined up, but it does need to make sure that you're covering all of the area that you're going to ink on. And I will warn you now, I will probably interchange the words paste and ink, mainly because I usually do more pasting than I do inking. So tonight, if I say paste, I mean ink. Okay, so this mat does a couple of things, as you can already see. It is keeping my fabric taut, and it can kind of helps de-wrinkle without having to iron. So you just kind of pull those wrinkles out. It's also going to protect the back side of my t-shirt from keeping the bleach and the ink from going through the back side. I think just going to make sure that my design is going to fit on there. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Making sure I have my mat in the correct place, and I do. And let's see, I have these alignment guides, but with the V-neck it's a little easier to tell. Let's just okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that. I'm going to mark the center. I'm going to match the center line up with the center of my V-neck. And if you're worried about it shifting, you just tape it down a little bit. Okay. And since this is a reusable transfer, we want to make sure that we write on the back side of the carrier sheet. So I'll do, my pen will work. Wild and free. And we do this because these are reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how well you take care of them. So when I'm finished cleaning this transfer and it's dry and ready to be stored away, I know that this is the back side and this is the front side. Okay, just trying to get some of these loose ends put away. So I'm going to peel the transfer away from the carrier sheet or the backer sheet. Okay, so normal, if you've been here before, you know that when we get ready to do a paste project, we fuzz the transfer. So we're putting this on a terry cloth towel to knock back some of the ink, or knock back some of the fuzz and some of the adhesive, so it's not so sticky. But with an ink project, you want your transfer to be as sticky as possible so that your ink doesn't run underneath your transfer. So no fuzzing tonight. And to find out where the middle of my design is, I'm going to kind of line up these two flowers. And so I'm just going to line them up right sides together so I don't stick my transfer together. And I'm going to pinch in the middle up here with my left hand, and that gives me a little tick mark up there to, and I'm going to raise my transfer up a little bit because I have that line. I'm actually, because this one has this line, I'm going to just use it. It has this seam right across here. Not quite. Oh, I've got to figure out why my camera keeps flickering. I don't know if it's my lighting. I don't know if it's my camera. I don't know if it's my computer. Okay, that's going to actually be good. So now I have to determine whether I want to try to do the bleaching first or if I want to try to do the inking part first, because I don't know how, if I leave the bleach on too long, is it going to eat through my transfer? That's the question of the evening. So I know I'm going to bleach the text, wild and free. I think I'm going to bleach these flowers and these flowers. So I think I will paste the rest. So just for a visual, I'm not going to tape over the whole thing. I'm just going to put just so I know not to tape there or not to paste there. I'm not going to paste there. I'm not going to paste. I don't want to cover up my whole there. Just kind of a little visual. And I'm not even pressing it down very hard. I'm just kind of sticking it there. So let's do our inking first. Okay. So let's get our garden herb out. I'm going to put this piece of cardboard right here. Kind of use it as my palette. So I've literally had some of this ink for, well, I've been in Chalk Couture since 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I just celebrated my 6th Chalk anniversary. And a lot of this ink I've had for 5, almost 6 years. So it lasts a really long time. The paste, however, because it's chalk based and natural materials, it does tend to dry up a little bit, but the ink lasts for forever. So this is garden herb, and I just stuck my, I have a small little squeegee here, and so we're just going to do a lot of the greenery with garden herb. I'm going to have to try to be careful not to get in some of my other areas. And because this is a dark fabric t-shirt, I'm going to have to be really careful and kind of watch as it seeps in, because it's probably going to soak into the fibers pretty well. We're just going to go around where all of the greenery pieces are. And actually, let's just pull this up. I just want to peek. Yep, it's coming out. That's all I wanted to do. I can see it. Okay, let's keep going. Get some of these other pieces of greenery down here. Okay, let's do this piece right here. I'm hoping this looks really good. Half chalked, half bleached. We shall see. Get into this little piece. And then in here, lots of little greenery pieces. Jason says this is going to be cool. Hopefully, I'm just hoping the bleach stuff turns out. But if not, we'll just go over it with white and pretend that that was what I intended to do. Has everyone looked to see that we now have glow in the dark ink? It got launched yesterday. So if you've been wanting to do glow in the dark t-shirts for Halloween, it would be perfect for your Halloween shirts. Or trick or treat bags. It'd be super cute for trick-or-treat bags. Okay, is that all the greenery? I think so. I'm just going to go over some of these larger greenery pieces again. And the nice thing about ink is it won't dry as fast as paste does. So if you've seen me paste before like this, I have to pull up the transfer quickly, but ink doesn't work like that, thank goodness. Okay. So now I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 8. So I think we'll just split the difference of some of these flowers. Some of my little pieces. There's 1 and 2. So these are just, I just took one of these little mini squeegees and cut it in half to get some of those smaller ones. They're great for some of those tight areas. However, this is a little thick, but I think we'll use it anyway. Ooh, that's thick. Double C thick. I think we're going to use, I'm going to get out a multi-tool because it's a little bit more firm. And I can kind of push it in where it needs to go. Maybe, and you can add a little bit of water to your ink if it does get a little thick on you. So, do pink there, teal, teal. Okay, so we'll do pink here. This one will be pink, or peony, I should say. Then, so put those away. Oh. Then we did get out our teal. favorite color. Jason said that was close. Yep. Luckily it was dry, and so if it would have ended up face down, hopefully it wouldn't have done anything. I'm going to go over these again. This is kind of a light color on this dark t-shirt. I can kind of see where it's soaked in. And where it needs a little bit more help. Okay. Now, cross your fingers. Stuff falls. I don't know what that was. Hopefully nothing breakable. Okay, I'm going to get a color tray. I'm going to take off my tape first. Oh, I forgot a flower. Darn. Get that real quick. Okay. Debating on whether I should release some of the already inked areas or if I'll be okay. Okay, I'm going to put my cardboard over here. So you want the toilet bowl cleaner that specifically says clinging bleach gel. And I'm just going to pour it in a little color tray. I am off camera because I don't really want it anywhere near my shirt. I don't even know if I have to. There's a seal. Oh, no, it's coming out. Maybe. Okay, let's read the instructions. Twist to open. But I'm opened and nothing's coming out. There's a didn't have it all the way. Oh yeah. Okay, close that bad boy. Okay, so this is what it looks like. If you're sensitive to fumes, you might want to be careful. I'm going to get a couple of tools out. So I have my multi-tool and I have a small squeegee. I'm going to keep this cardboard over here. That way, hopefully it will contain any drips. So I'm going to pick some up. And very lightly. And because this is not completely bleached, I shouldn't have to worry about it eating through my t-shirt fabric, hopefully. It's a little hard to pick up. It's a little hard to know that I've gotten all of the design. You don't want to press hard because it is very liquidy. I don't see it bleaching yet, but we'll see. This may also be really old. It's at least a couple years old. Again, another close call, but thank goodness my cardboard is here. I'm going to switch to my multi-tool to get into some of these tighter areas. It smells bleachy. I don't know if it's working. I don't see that it's working. And it may be the t-shirt too, I don't know. You know, some fabrics just don't bleach very well. Because this is polyester. Good gravy rubbing, you're splattering it everywhere. I bet it has to be cotton. That might be our problem. Probably should have tested on the underneath part. Yeah, I bet it has to be a cotton tee. And it could be that it's old and it's not active anymore. It smells like bleach though. Okay, let's put that to the side. Let's wipe my fingers and we will pull and see what happened. Which is probably nothing. So make sure your fingers are clean. Nothing. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it takes a bit. I don't know if my bleach is bad. It would look really pretty if it weren't. But I bet it's because it's polyester. I don't know if it will happen over time. I need to Google. Let's just, can you bleach a polyester blend t-shirt? It says bleach doesn't react well with polyester and rayon blends. Good to know. I don't think so. Let me go check one of my other t-shirts and see if it's polyester. Because I was going to pick it. Should have done it. Okay, let's tag say. This one says 100% cotton. So I'm going to put this one to the side. I can always come back and finish it with white. So we're going to put it over here and let it dry. I'm going to get a tub of water and we're going to clean my other transfer. I don't necessarily want two t-shirts with the same design, so I may pick out a different design. I should have done my research first. So let's put this in the water, get that bleach off. I'm gonna have to be super careful not to splatter myself with that water. I don't want to bleach out my current shirt that I'm wearing. Let's get a towel. So just like any transfers, You just need a water source to wash these off. I use this tub, or I use my utility sink. You could use your kitchen sink, bathtub, shower, garden hose, and or you can just spray it down with like a water bottle. And then you just need a board eraser. I'm going to stand up. Okay. Now that I know it doesn't totally wreck my transfers, I know that I can use other transfers. I really liked this though, because I could add the color, but so you just want to use your board eraser. You get all the paste off of the front and the back. And then let's get I'm going to get a fuzz towel out, because you can dry your transfers with the microfiber side. I'm just going to stick that in there. I'm not going to reuse that though tonight. I'm going to put my water away, and then let's pick out a different transfer. And then we'll just kind of do a one and done kind of color. So let's put this away over here. Let's pick out a transfer. I don't know if I want this. Wasn't the book I wanted. Not that one. This one down here. I think I know exactly which one I want to use. I think we'll do this Choose Happy. I think I have a shirt with the Live Your Dreams on it. And I do have extra, I have back stock of both of these, I believe. So if you're interested in either one of these, just let me know. These were a former, I believe they were a creative kickstart. Okay, so let's get, I'm going to put the bleach to the side for right now, because I don't want to fling that all over the place while I'm getting my t-shirt ready. So this one is 100% cotton. I believe, so it should bleach fine. Darn it, I really wanted the bleach in the colored look, but no go tonight. Okay, let's get another. Sticky mat out. We'll put that in our shirt. Again, this is going to keep my fabric taut. It's going to help me keep it smooth. And it's going to keep that bleach from bleeding through to the back side. Okay. Try that again. But let me be your experiment, so make sure you read your tags correctly. Don't use, you want to prefer a preferably a t-shirt that is 100% cotton. I have already labeled this one. I think I made my mom a shirt with this design on it. Okay, so again, sometimes you can use just the transfer itself to find the center, but like when you've cut a transfer apart, the transfer itself may not be symmetrical from each side of the transfer, so you can't always go by that. Hopefully, I like my t-shirts very straight. I'm going to put just so I don't go over my t-shirt, because I have a tendency, because this design is very close to the edge of the transfer, I don't want my bleach to go over the edges. So I'm just putting it where the transfer goes, fairly close to the edge of the t-shirt. Okay. Now let's bring in my supplies. Make sure I don't have, I'm going to put the backer sheet under there in case I have something on my cardboard. I'm going to pour in some more into my color tray. And let's cross our fingers again. Hi, Miss Margie. She says it sounds fun. Well, we did a t-shirt already, and it didn't work because I didn't realize that my t-shirt was a polyester blend, and the polyester blend things don't bleach very well. So I have a half inked, half plain t-shirt over there drying. So I pulled this t-shirt out of my stash, and it is 100% cotton. So let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, then my bleaching gel is old. And since you hopped on late, Margie, we are using toilet bowl cleaner, which is clinging bleach gel. And we're trying to bleach a t-shirt. Okay, so I have my bleaching gel in here. I've got a larger squeegee because I have a lot more area to try to cover. And let's cross our fingers and hope this works. If it doesn't work, then again, my stuff is probably too old. It's kind of hard to tell where you've been. Oh, I think it might be working. Maybe. I just can't tell where I've been. I don't know if it's working or not. It's hard to tell. And sometimes black shirts don't bleach well, like they kind of turn orange. Okay, give a little bit more. But I'm not pouring it over my t-shirt in case I spill. I'm not for sure it's working. I've seen it done though. One of my uplines did it this weekend. And hers worked great, but I don't know, folks. I don't know. Of course, I got wild over there. Make sure my hands are clean. It smells clean in here. Oh, yeah. It is orange, but it does work. If my t-shirt wasn't black, it would be white. So it does work, which is great. I don't necessarily want orange, but that's what happens when you bleach black shirts usually. But it does work. Jason says, wow, that's cool. Okay, so let's get that out of the way so I don't spill any of it. But it does work. Definitely have to get a different colored t-shirt. Too bleachy in here. So it's better down here where I didn't super saturate it, but where it got kind of super saturated, it's kind of bleeding in into the negative parts, but it's not terrible. I have a little bit of bleeding right up in there. But down here it looks really sharp. I just wish it wasn't orange. But that is what happens when you bleach black typically. But yeah, it does work. So if you want to bleach some shirts, get you some toilet bowl cleaner Let me, so you want to get you some, let me close that, some toilet bowl cleaner. Make sure it's the clean bleach gel, and it will work. It's really super cool. Let me get my other shirt. I don't think it's done. Oh, well, no, it's kind of, actually, it's kind of working, but it's also turning a kind of pinkish orange. Let me, so this is the other shirt that we did. I was going to try to bleach and ink. You can see it's kind of turning pink around some of the places. So I'm going to continue to let that dry, but then I'll probably go over that with white once it's done. That would have been really cool to have bleach and inked areas. So I may try to find like a, I don't know if a dark gray would work, but Margie says a 31 for Halloween would be neat. Yeah, it would, because it would definitely bleach orange on a black t-shirt. Wish I would have thought of that before I picked this design, because I did have, could have pulled out a Halloween design, but it does work. So yeah, exciting. So a whole nother realm of possibilities that you can use with your Chalk Couture silkscreen transfers, but just make sure that you clean them right away when you're done. But they should be a-okay. Let's check on the one that's been drying to make sure nothing's eaten through it. So I had it drying in this fuzz towel, and it appears to be fine. Here is, yep, it appears to be fine. No ill effects of bleach. Smells kind of clean. It smells really clean in my craft room about right now. Okay, so get you some t-shirts. This would be fun, like if you have a really pretty t-shirt that maybe you've gotten grease stains on. Find some small Chalk Couture transfers, especially those little flowers that I showed earlier. Those are here, maybe. Got a mess. And cover up those grease stains with some bleach, like these old flowers would be perfect. It would be a great way to camouflage any grease stains or other stains that you have on some t-shirts. Jason says bleaching, torch paste, so many different ideas. Yeah, we've done torch paste with transfers. We've now used bleaching gel. I've used foil adhesive and then used foil over the designs. I did that for Halloween. So I put some foil on a pumpkin cutout that was a Chalk Couture transfer. What else have we used? We've put puff paint or a puff additive to ink, and so you get your erased design. There's endless possibilities pretty much with what the transfers can take. They're pretty durable. So I just want to remind you that the color of the month is Orion. I didn't check. Let me check really quick to see if it's still available. So let me just add something to my cart. So you can unlock the ability to purchase Orion with a $75 order. Let's add that to my cart. Let's see if it's available. And you can order up to 3, but once it's gone, it's gone. And it's kind of a shimmer, kind of a shimmer purple. It is still available. And then also this month, which would be perfect for some of the shimmer purples, is this month's Club Couture kit. So this is blueberries. It is an ink project, so it comes with 2 ink singles. One is Cadet, I believe, and the other is Black Velvet. And that comes with this blue handled tote bag, which is super cute, perfect for farmers markets, which are, I'm sure, in full swing everywhere. And then I also want to let you know that the autumn products launched yesterday, and there are 6 new Dixie Belle products, along with the 2 gilding waxes that we already currently have. So there's Gator Hide, which is a top coat, Crackle additive, which is obviously a crackle additive, and then Sea Spray is a texture additive. And then there's 3 Voodoo gel stains. There is Tobacco, which is kind of a brown, your typical brown stain. There's a gray stain, and then there's an which is called Up in Smoke. And then there's Au Natural, which is kind of a whitewash stain. So those products launched yesterday. There's embroidery kits that you can ink you paste the design on your embroidery cloth, and then it comes with an embroidery hoop and embroidery floss, and you can have an embroidered Chalk Couture design. Again, another medium. It's just crazy, all the stuff that you can do with Chalk Couture products. So with that, I'm going to hop off. I will be live again on a Friday evening, probably 7:30 or 8, with another Hallo-Fall-Mas, Fall-Oween-Mas. It could be anything. Oh, marry everything this month. It's just projects that I have either not started that I need to start, or projects that are half finished that need to get done and get out the door. So with that, I'm going to hop off for the evening. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this evening. Thanks for letting me experiment so that you don't have to mess up. If you do want to use the bleaching gel, make sure your t-shirt is 100% cotton and not polyester. Don't make the same mistake I did. But thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later in my next crafty video. Thanks for watching.